Hi and welcome to today's practice. Today I welcome you from the beautiful gardens just outside of Glasgow in Scotland. I hope you will enjoy the views. The flowers smell lovely. I know you cannot smell them, but believe me. So this practice is a Iyengar inspired practice based on Iyengar teachings from the book Light on Yoga. And we are working on weeks 6 and 7. So I strongly encourage you to use this practice for the next 2 weeks, couple of times a week, and see if you can notice the difference. So let's start standing on the mat, feet hips width apart. Let's close the eyes, and then hands down, pushing the legs into the mat, opening the chest, inhaling deeply through the nose, feel the belly rising, chest expanding, and then slow exhale through the nose, making a nice contraction on the back of the nose, inhaling deeply to the belly, and then exhaling slowly through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply, feel the belly rising, chest expanding, inhaling up to the collarbones, and then slow exhale, elongating the exhale as much as possible through the nose. Nice and audible exhale. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Another big inhale, slow exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, making the inhale and exhale as long as possible. So keep maintaining that breath throughout the practice. Nice deep slow breathing to help us get through the asanas, get a nice bigger stretch. And let's think of an intention for this practice. Intention can be anything, so let's take a couple of breaths to think of an intention. What is that we would like to dedicate this practice to? Let's inhale and open the eyes. I'm going to start the practice now. So right leg goes parallel, the edge of the leg goes parallel to the long edge of the mat, and then the back leg goes about 45 to 60 degrees on the back. We want to have about 120 centimeters in between the legs. So inhaling, opening the arms to the side, opening the chest, extending the spine as far as possible, and then exhaling, reaching as far as you can with your right hand, and then when you reach, going to the side, creating this nice little triangle shape into the triangle pose. And if you're feeling good with that, you can place the hand on the shins, you can use the block if you've got that, and then you can, and then inhaling deeply here, looking down onto the mat. The next one is looking in front of you, and if you can, then you can look towards your arm. So inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Inhale, exhale, making sure your legs are nice and engaged, so we get a proper nice stretch here. Inhaling and then exhaling. Another deep inhale and then slow exhale. Inhale and then exhale. And now inhale, engage your core, and then let's go to standing. And then we're going to switch the legs. So right goes in, the left goes out. So now the left leg is parallel to the long edge of the mat, and the back leg, the right leg, is about 45 to 60 degrees angle. Inhaling, opening the chest, looking over the arm, left arm, extending the spine, and exhaling, reaching as far as you can, and then moving the hands up. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, and same thing, you can either put your hands on the shin, use a block in here, or place it down on the mat if that's what's accessible for you. And if you can look towards your hand, but that's not necessary. You can always look down if you still finding your balance, just look down towards the mat. As long as you're feeling nice stretch on the side of the body and also on the inside of the front leg. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Inhale, exhale. Another big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can surrender a little bit more into the pose. Now let's inhale, coming back to the center. Now switching the legs again. Ooh. So careful. We're working on the balance. So switching the legs. I want a bigger stand now actually. So I'm going to make a little bit bigger step. So then again, front leg is the edge of the foot is parallel to the long edge of the mat, and the back was about 45-60 degrees towards the side, towards the front. So you're gonna inhale, open the chest, open the arms to the side, and then extend the spine as much as possible, and then on the next day bend the right knee, and then placing your right elbow onto the knee. Inhaling, bringing the hand over the head, and in here we want to make sure that our knee is over the ankle, and we're trying to make the thighs being parallel with the floor. But this is what we're trying to do, so this is the aim. You are where you are, so just honor where you are and stay here. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Inhale, exhale. Feeling nice stretch in the middle, in the front thigh, and the inside of the thigh, making sure that the knee doesn't go inward. If the knee goes inward, you want to try pushing it outward. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Inhale, exhale. Another big inhale, slow exhale, and inhale. Let's go back to the center. Arms are nice and long, and then we're switching the legs. So the feet again, it's the long edge to the edge of the foot to the long edge of the mat. And we're gonna inhale, just open the spine, and then exhale. Bend the knee, placing the left elbow onto the left knee, and then bring the other hand over the head. Inhaling, looking towards the hand. We can always look down towards the mat, towards your foot, or just looking in front of you, just to make sure that you can keep your balance. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Inhale and exhale. Another big inhale, slow exhale, making sure your knee is over the ankle and doesn't move to the side. You want to really keep it nice and steady, and feeling the stretch in front of your thigh and inside of the leg, inside of the back leg. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Inhale. Let's come back to the center. I'm gonna step to the front of the mat. So stepping in front, inhaling, bringing the hands up, looking up towards the hands. You can interlace the fingers and just keep your index fingers nice and long. Inhaling deeply. And then on exhale, let's step with the left foot back. Stepping with the left foot back, squaring the hips towards the front of the mat. Inhaling, extending as much as possible, and then on exhale, I'm going to bend the knee. Inhaling deeply here, focusing on the front edge of the back, on the front thigh of the back leg. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, and if you're feeling like your knee is going over the ankle, make sure that you're gonna make a bigger stance, make a bigger step. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Inhale and exhale. Another big inhale and then slow exhale. Now inhale, and then let's return back to the center, and then inhaling still, bringing the arms nice and long, and then on exhale, stepping with the left leg back, right leg back. So right leg back, and then 45-degree angle at the back. Inhaling, extending as far as possible towards the sky. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, focusing on the front edge, on the front of your thigh, squaring the hips towards the front of the mat, making your feet nice and active. Inhaling deeply, Exhaling slowly. Inhale and exhale. Another big inhale. And then on exhale, we're going to open the arms to the side, and then the back foot is changing a little bit. So from 45 degrees, we're going to the 90 degrees, and opening the arms to the sides, inhaling, looking towards the left hand, and then again having the knee over the ankle and trying to make a nice little 90-degree angle in here, but making sure you're really feeling nice stretch inside of the legs, making the feet nice and active, pushing your toes into the mat, inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, inhale, exhale, another big inhale, and then exhale we're going to strengthen the leg and then change the feet to the other side. So we're going to target another side. Inhale, elongate the spine, and then exhale, bend the knee. Inhaling deeply, looking over the front hand to the right hand now, exhaling slowly. Inhale, exhale, another big inhale, slow exhale. See if you can surrender into the pose a little bit more. With your pelvis, I want you to also think to not stick your bum out. You want to make it nice and going down towards the mat, not sticking the bum out here. Inhaling. So if you're feeling you're sticking too much, try to maybe not even tuck your tailbone in, but just bring your pelvis a little bit more parallel to the floor. Inhaling and then exhaling. Another big inhale. And then on exhale, let's come back to the center. So one leg in and then the other leg in. You can lower your shoulders and see if you can feel the difference. I can already feel the difference from doing 4 poses. So let's go to the next one. So next one will be same with the first one we've done. So making a nice stance in with your legs. So that's about, actually maybe I'll go this way. That's about 1 meter, 20 centimeters. So inhaling left hand, so my right leg is in front, left leg is back, left leg is 45 degrees. And we want to have the ankles kind of in line, close to a line. So inhaling, bringing the left arm up, and exhaling, bringing the right arm on your low back. Inhaling deeply, elongating the spine as much as possible, and then on exhale, reach, and then go down. So either placing your hand onto the shin, or using a block is really nice in here, so you can place a block to the inside of the leg or to the outside of the leg. That's actually a fuller pose. I quite like to put it on my foot only because I feel a nice little stretch in my ankle. So just notice what you feel like and stay where you are. So inhaling deeply, exhaling, elongating the spine, and then rotating ourselves towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, another big inhale, slow exhale, rotating as far as possible. And if you feel good in here, you can inhale, and then on exhale bring the arm up, looking towards the arm, but you can stay on the previous pose. So up to you how you feel, making sure you keep your balance nice and steady. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, another big inhale, slow exhale, and let's look down, bring the arm down, and then let's stand up. We're gonna switch the legs. So switching the legs to the other side now. So my left leg is in front now, right leg is back, and again left leg parallel to the long edge of the mat, right leg about 45-degree angle. Inhaling, bringing the right arm up, and then exhaling, placing the left arm behind. We're wanting to square the hips towards the front of the mat. So inhaling, extending as far as possible, and then reaching, and then placing down. And on the next exhale, we're wanting to twist to the side. So either placing on your hand on the shin to the inside, on the block, to the inside of the foot. There's the next one to the outside of the foot. I like to place it on my foot only because I get nice stretch in my ankles. So pick one good, which is good for you. Inhaling, elongating the spine, and then on the exhale we want to twist a little bit further. Inhale, extend, exhale, twist a bit further. Inhale and exhale. And if you're feeling good in here, you can then extend the arm up towards the sky, looking towards the arm, or you can look towards the mat, or just in front of you, up to you, all depending on your balance. So inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Inhale, and then exhale. Another big inhale, and then on exhale, place the hand down, look down, and then let's stand up. We're gonna bring the legs to the front now. I'm just switching so you can see my front instead of my back. So again, here we're gonna think of bringing the arms together. So there are a few options here. I'm gonna show you the options. First option is bringing the fists together. And while we're doing that, all the time we want to bring the arms up and down and back, and bringing the elbows back all the time. So instead of being this hunched, you want to open the chest and keep rotating the arms and shoulders away from the ears and from the front. That's the first option, the fist. Second option is to grab yourself just on the elbows, and then again trying to open as far as possible. And the third option here is to make a nice little reverse prayer. So just stay where you are with reverse prayer. We don't want it to just to be reverse prayer and be like that. We want it to be nice and open, so pick your poison here. Okay, so let's open the legs. Legs are, again, the left leg is in front now and is parallel to the long edge of the mat. The right leg is back, 45-degree angle here. So what we want to think about in here is to make sure we're making actually a smaller stance than what we had before, just so it will be easier to do for us. So squaring the hips to the front of the mat, making sure we're pushing with the legs away from the floor, inhaling, opening the chest, and then on the exhale we're gonna fold forward. So folding forward, looking towards the big toe, inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, inhale and exhale, trying to make your spine nice and long, scooping the low back, inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, inhale and exhale, making sure your legs are nice and active, lifting the kneecap, inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. See if you can surrender into the pose a little bit more, still pushing your hands together, inhaling and then exhaling. Now inhale, let's come back. We're going to switch the legs to the other side. So right in front, left 45-degree angle, squaring the hips toward the mat, inhaling deeply here, extending the spine, and then on an exhale, let's fold forward. Looking towards the big toe, making sure that both of your legs are nice and tight, nice and engaged. The shoulders are still rolling up, back and down, inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly, feeling the stretch on the back of your leg, in your hamstrings, your low back maybe. Inhaling and exhaling. See if on exhale you can surrender into the pose a little bit more. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale and exhale. Another big inhale. And then on exhale, let's come back to the center. And let's release the hands and give them a wee shake here. Ooh, or I can interlace the hands and then make nice circles. So that Anjali Mudra also allowed us to take a nice stretch at the hands, the forearms and the wrists. So one way and then the other way, and then you can shake the hands a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to take a stance to the side here. So about 120 centimeters here. So both feet are parallel, so the edges of the feet are parallel to the short edges of the mat. And we're going to inhale, place the hands onto the hips and elongating the spine, looking up. And then on exhale, we're going to fold forward, hinging from the hips. Folding, 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 and then placing the hands down onto the mat. And then inhale, look up, extend the spine. And then on an exhale, fold forward a little bit further. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly. See if you can shift your weight a little bit for the toes. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly. Inhale and exhale. Another big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can surrender a little bit more into that pose, feeling the stretch on the back of the legs, your glutes, maybe even low back. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly. And now inhale, bring your hands on the hips, and then exhale, let's come back up to standing here. Rolling the shoulders up and down, feeling the difference. I can feel a major difference, right? Okay, so let's go and lie down here. So lying down, we're gonna do nice little abs routine just now. So be mindful, because this isn't easy, but do whatever you can, but be mindful about your low back. We want the low back to be nicely pushed into the floor. So lying down on your back, legs are nice and long, hands are nice and long here. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. Inhale and exhaling. Another big inhale. And then now on exhale, we're gonna push the low back into the floor. Really squeeze the bottom of your belly, squeezing everything down, bringing your chest nicely down. I mean, the ribs are not opening to the side. We want to bring the ribs as far as possible down towards the earth. And inhaling and bringing the feet down to 20-degree angle. So let's take a few breaths here. Inhaling deep to your belly, actively pulling low back down. Exhaling slowly. Inhale, exhale. Another big inhale. Slow exhale. Let's take one last big inhale. And then on exhale, let's move it to 60 degrees up. So inhaling deeply here. Exhaling slowly. Inhale and exhale. Another big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. And then on exhale, let's move it to 90 degrees, keeping it here and holding it nicely, pushing low back into the floor. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Do as much as you can, making sure that your low belly is nicely engaged, your low back is engaged, just so you protect your low back. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly. One more big inhale. And then on exhale, we're going to very slowly bring it back down, being mindful of the low back. And then inhaling a couple of breaths here. Slow exhale. Another big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do another round of it. Inhale, bring it up to 20 degrees. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Another big inhale. And then on exhale, move to 60 degrees. Inhale. Exhale. Another big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Bring it back to the 90 degrees and holding here. Nice and long legs as far as possible, trying to make a 90-degree angle here. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly. Inhale. And exhale. Another big inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. And on exhale, let's slowly bring it down, slowly, being mindful of the low back. And staying here for a couple of breaths. Just coming back to nice, slow, deep breathing. Okay, let's inhale, bring the hands back to the front, and then going into sitting. So from here, you're gonna bend the knees, and then Bring the hands under the knees. This pose is called boat pose, so we're gonna be looking like a little boat. So inhaling, opening, just looking up, and then on exhale we're gonna lean back, bringing the knees together with us, and then making the shins nice and parallel to the floor. So inhaling deeply here, exhaling slowly, opening the chest towards the sky at all times. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Another big inhale, slow exhale, making sure that your low belly is nicely tucked in. You want to make sure that you're protecting your low back. And then exhale, let's place it down onto the floor, onto the mat. A couple of nice big breaths here. I'm going to do it again. So again, bringing the hands underneath the knees, and then bringing the knees, leaning back and bringing the knees with us. And you can stay here. If you're a beginner, you can stay here. That's perfectly fine. You're still going to make a nice little workout from here. But if you do want a little bit more, you can see if you can extend the arms and just hold it this way, inhaling. That's a little bit more on the low belly and low back. And then on your quads also, hip flexors, inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly. You want to bring the chest up as far, instead of closing the way, we're opening the chest up as far as possible. Inhaling and then exhaling. Another big inhale. And then on the exhale, let's place it down. That was hard work. So now extending the legs. Extending the legs out. We're going to place the hands onto the floor and then push nicely with the hands. If your hands are too short, you can always place the blocks and then use the blocks to make it nice and to bring the ground closer to yourself. So inhaling, making the legs nice and long, elongating the spine as much as possible. And on exhale, we're going to bring the hands and then interlace them behind our head. So inhaling here. And then on the next, I'm going to lean back, and then I'm going to bring the legs with me. So leaning back, bring the legs about 30-35 degree angle. And then in here, we actually want to go down a little bit and then inhaling deeply. So instead of opening the chest this time, we're making a small rounded upper back. So inhaling deeply to your belly. Exhaling slowly. Inhale and exhale. Another big inhale. And then on exhale, let's place it down. Hard work. Hard work for everybody. Okay, I think we had enough of that. So let's lie down now on the back, and we're going to do nice shoulder stands. We're going to do our way to shoulder stands. So when if you've been following the weeks with me, you've already done your shoulder stand. So if you're feeling that your neck is a bit tight or something, you can always put extra padding on your mat so it's nice and cushiony for yourself. And unfortunately, I don't have a wall in here, but you can also do your shoulder stand sitting very close to the wall, then lying down, legs go onto the wall, and then from there you can just walk it up. So that's a very nice for the beginner. So let's down here and let's break down shoulder stand again. So bring the knees, hands are down. They're going to be helping us push to bring the legs up. And what I want you to think here is we want a chin lock. So chin lock is to bring your chin towards the chest, and it's really holding in here as much as possible. So it's really touching the chin with your chest. That's what we're looking for, the chin lock here. So inhaling, lying down, knees are bent, and then hands are nicely pushing into the mat. Inhaling, bringing the knees over the chest, and then using the hands, so pushing the hands into the floor. And then it's over the head, and then when we're standing, then we can bring the hands on the low back and then walking the hands down. So wherever you are, stay where you are. We were looking for the chin lock here. So let's inhale here deeply and slowly. We're going to be here for quite a while, to be honest. So make a peace with it. You can close the eyes to feel a little bit more what's happening inside. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly. This is a great inversion pose for beginners. It gives us a lot of benefits on the inversion because it helps, it works with the gravity, helps the blood to move, from our legs. So move down and replace it with a new fresh blood, which will oxygenate and energize our body. It also inverts all your organs down, so it stimulates them, squeezing all the blood from them. Also works great for a thyroid. So because of the chin lock is supposed to be, the yogis believe that chin lock is helping with any problems with thyroid. By having that chin locked, with then making sure that all the fresh blood is flooding the thyroid, bring all the nutrients and squeezing the toxins out, and as a result helping with the health of the thyroid. This is also a great stretch for upper back and your neck area, shoulders. Pushing the elbows nicely into the floor. And with time you can see if you can walk your hands a little bit further, just a little tiny bit, helping yourself to come into a nice straight line. That's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for a nice straight line. But although whatever you are, that's good enough as long as you're feeling a nice stretch on your shoulders, on your upper back, your neck, the head, the base of the head. So inhaling deeply and slowly. Really feeling what's happening in the body. Close the eyes and just allow it to be. Allow the gravity to do its work on the body. Let's take another 10 deep breaths here. Deep and long breaths. Until the last two big breaths. Last one. Exhale and stay here. Don't go down. So we're gonna take one leg. So that say left leg or right leg goes down behind the leg, behind the head, and then the other leg goes down behind the head. Slowly bring it down. And then extending the legs as much as possible, and then interlace your hands on the back, interlacing them, extending the hands, and we want to turn away. So the palm of the hands are turning away from us as far as possible. So if you cannot touch the floor yet, you could use something on the back. So you can even use like your sofa or like a nice little stool or something which is gonna help you bring the ground a little bit higher to wherever you are just now. Inhaling deeply here. Exhaling slowly, still keeping the nice chin lock here. Bring the arms, extending the arms as far as possible towards the end of the mat. Making sure taking deep inhales. I know this pose can be an overwhelming pose, so try to do your best here, and if you feeling you've had enough, just slowly can bring the legs back and then slowly bring yourself back. But if you're feeling still good, let's do another 10 breaths here. Nice slow deep breaths. Last two big breaths here. Okay, now bring the hands back to the low back, so to help us with the with coming back. And then let's bring one leg back to the middle, and then once you're in the middle, bring the second leg back, and then you can slowly place your low back on the floor, placing the hands down, and then slowly lowering yourself down, placing the legs down, and then going into Shavasana here. So heels together, feet curl, flap open, the hands are opening towards the sky. And let's take a nice couple of deep breaths here. And then you can come back to your breath, keeping it still nice and long, and relaxing every bit of the body, enjoying your time in here, allowing the body to integrate the practice we've just done. Enjoying the sounds around you, just noticing. Noticing the sounds arising around you, and just letting them go. Letting the sounds go. If you can stay longer in Shavasana, I'll invite you to stay longer, but if you're up for time, let's inhale and bring the hands over the head, extending as much as you do in the morning. And then let's move to the side. Here, just for the last couple of breaths, bringing ourselves back to the reality, to whatever is happening around us, to the place we are in. And when you feel ready, use your top hand to bring yourself up to sitting. And then we're going to bring the hands into Anjali Mudra. You can keep your eyes still closed. And let's remind ourselves to have kind and loving thoughts, kind and loving communications, and kind and loving intentions towards ourselves and others. And I hope you enjoyed this practice. Let me know how it was in the comments. And hit this little subscribe button. Support more practices being recorded. And I hope you'll come back here next time. Namaste.